Oh, yay, oh, yay, oh, yay. The Honorable Supreme Court of Tennessee is now in session. The Honorable Justice Sharon Lee presiding. God save the United States of America, the state of Tennessee, and this honorable court.
Thank you, Mr. Hibner. As we begin, I want to give a special thank you to Mr. Hibner, because we have been having lots of Zoom sessions, lots of swearing-in ceremonies, lots of sessions. He is working 24/7, I think, getting all this put together. So thank you, Mr. Hibner, for all you've done for us. A special welcome to this special session of the Tennessee Supreme Court. This is the first time that we have live ceremonies. I think it's a great opportunity to allow more family and friends to participate in the ceremony. Saves a lot of time, and hopefully our technology will work appropriately so everybody can enjoy these ceremonies. So it's a special time for you all because you're getting sworn into the bar. Typically that only happens once, but some of you may be admitted in other states or more than once, but certainly it's our first time to live stream. So today's ceremony has two parts. Individual motions for admissions will be made for each attorney, and then I will administer an oath to everyone. The attorneys who come with individual sponsors will go first, and then and the sponsors will make those motions for admission. And then thereafter, Hanson Tipton, the president of the Knoxville Bar Association, will sponsor and move for admission of the other admittees. After all the motions are granted, I will say, welcome to the bar in Tennessee, but that doesn't mean you're really a member of the bar in Tennessee. It means you got to stick around and get your oath of admission. So the oath you're going to take today will change your life. You will have new responsibilities and obligations. You will also have an enormous opportunity to help others. And this is a service profession first and foremost. I encourage you to use your law license to do good things, to carry out the mandate of justice for all. You've all worked very hard to get to this point, and I wish all of you the very best in this profession. A lot of people have helped you along the way. None of us get where we are without a lot of help. So I hope today you'll take just a few minutes to thank those who have helped you on your journey, and because you've reached a very significant milestone. And now I'll ask Hanson Tipton if he has any words. I think he's going to encourage you to join the Knoxville Bar Association, and if he does, I certainly endorse that motion. So Hanson, you want to tell us what's on your mind?
Thank you, Justice Lee. Just a few brief remarks. As Justice Lee said, I'm Hanson R. Tipton. I am the current president of the Knoxville Bar Association. If any of you plan to practice in East Tennessee, specifically the Knox County, Knoxville area, we would love to have you join our fine bar association. I want to congratulate each of you on this special day. I want to welcome you to our noble profession. As Justice Lee said, you should all be proud of the hard work that brought you here today. I'm well aware firsthand of how much effort it takes to become licensed to practice law. I hope each of you enjoys a long career, and I hope throughout your career you remember the oath that you take today, and remember that you are a steward of justice wherever you practice. Thank you, Justice Lee, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. Remarks. And the Knoxville Bar is a great organization, and there are other great organizations you can join, and it's a great way to network and to meet other people who are in the same boat as you. So it will be a great benefit to you to join these professional organizations. And let me apologize, I was calling you Hanson. We are in court, so I should have said Mr. Tipton. So Mr. Tipton, thank you.
I've been called worse, Your Honor. Thank you.
Not by me, but I'm sure we all have. Okay, well, we will start now with admissions. Mr. Pfister, do you want to be the first one to make your motion for your admittee?
Yes, Justice Lee. Please support. My audio coming through?
Yes, yeah, I'm looking for you here. There you are. There you are. Okay, you're spotlighted. You're ready to go.
All right. Is my audio coming through?
I hear you.
Okay, good. Justice Lee, may it please the court, I am Alan Pfister. I've been a member of the Davidson County Bar since 1984. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Blake Barnes. Blake is a graduate of University of Alabama, summa cum laude. Then he came up here and graduated from Vanderbilt Divinity School as well as Vanderbilt Law School. He's has his own law firm in Fairhope, Alabama, which is near Mobile. Blake has successfully completed the requirements to practice law before the great state of Tennessee, and I would eagerly recommend and move for his admission to practice before this court and all the courts of Tennessee.
Thank you for your motion, Mr. Pfister. I am very pleased to grant your motion. I probably should have had Mr. Higner join you in that motion, because he is a University of Alabama fan, and he, when Tennessee has a bad football season, we know that so loud and strong every Saturday. So we always have to acknowledge Alabama. Mr. Barnes, congratulations to you, and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Justice Lee. Thank you, Alan.
All right, we're moving down to Mr. Thrasher. I see you.
Good afternoon. My name is Hunter Thrasher. I've been a member of the Nashville Bar since 2017. It is my absolute pleasure today to introduce to this great court my fiance, Annie Beckstrom. Annie is a graduate of LSU Law School and is already licensed to practice law in the state of Louisiana. And she is currently practicing as a government relations attorney at Waller, Lanston, and Dorsch in Nashville. Annie's incredibly hardworking, and she is so happy to be a member of the Tennessee Bar here in Nashville. And she's going to be a great addition to this great institution here in this state. Annie Beckstrom has successfully completed all of the requirements to practice law before this bar, and I therefore move for Annie Beckstrom's admission to practice law in this great state of Tennessee.
I'm very pleased to promotion, Ms. Beckstrom, congratulations to you. Welcome to practice of law. And I commend you that you can both stand in the same exact spot in the Tennessee Supreme Court and have your motion made and granted. That's impressive backgrounds, you guys.
Thank you, Justice Lee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Sellers, you're up next. Here he is.
Good afternoon. May it please the court. My name is Ewing Sellers. I'm a member of the Rutherford County Bar in the 16th Judicial District. To my right is my son and law partner, William Ewing Sellers. And to my left is my daughter, Rachel Melissa Sellers. Rachel is a graduate of the Nashville School of Law. She is employed currently by the Honorable J. Mark Rogers Circuit Judge as his judicial law clerk. And Judge Rogers is here with us today. In fact, we're in his courtroom.
I see him back there. Hey, Judge Rogers.
Rachel has complied and with all of the requirements to practice law before this court, and I therefore move that she be admitted to practice before this court and all the courts of the state of Tennessee.
Mr. Sellers, I'm delighted to grant your motion. I know this is a very special day for you and your family, and what a legacy you're leaving, and a great role model you are for your children to follow in your footsteps. Ms. Sellers, congratulations to you. Welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Justice Lee.
And I will see all of you all on Monday, because I'm coming over to swear in Judge Atwood in Murfreesboro Monday at noon, I think.
Good.
Rogers will know the details, so maybe I'll run into y'all over there.
Yes, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, Mr. Tipton, do we have another individual sponsor?
I believe so, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, Mr. Tipton now.
Okay.
May it please the court, as I mentioned earlier, I'm Hanson R. Tipton. I'm the current president of the Knoxville Bar Association, and it's my privilege and my honor to first introduce Caleb Colton Adams. Caleb is a graduate of Eastern Kentucky University and the University of Kentucky College of Law. Caleb has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar, and I therefore move for Caleb Colton Adams' admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Mr. Tipton, I'm very pleased to grant your motion. Mr. Adams, congratulations and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. And it's great to see you in the Tennessee Supreme Court building in Nashville.
Thank you, Justice Lee.
Wish you all the best. All right, Mr. Tipton, you have another motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, I would like to introduce Courtney Boykin. Ms. Boykin is a graduate of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law at the University of Memphis, where she earned a certificate of health law. Ms. Boykin has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar, and I therefore move for Courtney Boykin's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
I'm very pleased to grant your motion. It is well taken. Ms. Boykin, congratulations and welcome to the practice of law. I think a focus on health law is probably very timely right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Joyce, thank you. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Your Honor, now I would like to introduce Margaret Gigandet. Ms. Gigandet is a graduate of the University of Kentucky College of Law, where she competed on the Kentucky Intrastate Trial Team, the Tournament of Champions Trial Team, and the National Trial Competition Team. Ms. Gigandet is also a member of the Kentucky Bar Association. She has successfully completed all of the requirements to practice law before this bar, and I therefore move for Margaret Gigandet's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Motion is well taken. I'm pleased to grant it. Ms. Gigandet, did I say that right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I heard it and I knew I could say it, and when I started to say it, I wasn't sure I was getting it out right.
That's okay.
Sounds like you're very well, you've trained yourself very well to be a trial lawyer. You've accomplished so much already in school.
Thank you, Justice Lee.
Congratulations. We're pleased to have you as a member of the bar.
Thank you.
Mr. Tipton, your next one.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, I would like to introduce Jocelyn Hayward. Ms. Hayward is also a graduate of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law at the University of Memphis, where she also served on the Moot Court Board. Ms. Hayward has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar, and therefore I move for Jocelyn Hayward's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Mr. Tipton, I'm very pleased to grant your motion. Ms. Hayward, congratulations. Welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. I was on the Moot Court Board at University of Tennessee College of Law, so you're off to a great start.
Thank you, Justice Lee.
I enjoyed my work there. All right, Mr. Tipton.
Thank you, Your Honor. And finally, I would like to introduce Andrew Kim. Mr. Kim is a graduate of the Nashville School of Law. Mr. Kim has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar, and it is my honor, therefore, to move for Mr. Andrew Kim's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
The motion is granted. Mr. Kim, congratulations. Welcome to practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
National School of Law is a great school. I love Dean Koch and faculty at National School of Law. All right. Is that all the motions that you have, Mr. Tipton?
Yes, Your Honor, that was all for me.
All right. Mr. Hibner, do we have Mr. McNamee on here, or do we need to do that afterward? And we can do it later if we need to, Mr. McNamee.
Let's do it later. I think it didn't work.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I almost didn't get this worked out, so I'm very lenient about that. All right, so the big moment has arrived. So if you would, raise your right hand. And if you all have got folks who are want to take photographs and do whatever, it's fine. Get yourself in position. So I'm going to read the oath, and you're going to repeat back to me when I stop. Okay. Everybody ready? Okay. And state your name.
I, Rachel Sellers, Ekstrom,
Blake Barnes,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly
swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Tennessee,
the Constitution of the State of Tennessee,
in the practice of my profession,
in the practice of
the
my
practice of my profession.
I will conduct myself with honesty,
I will conduct
I will conduct
myself
myself with honesty,
fairness. I'm just giving it to you word by word here. Fairness,
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 integrity,
integrity,
and civility.
and civility
civility,
Best of my skill and abilities,
to the best of
best of my skill and abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Help me God.
so help me God.
congratulations, you're all licensed lawyers in Tennessee. Give yourself a hand. Zoom hearings are a little more informal than what we would do in court, but I hope this has been a meaningful minute for you. Mr. Tipton, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy practice to do this.
It was an honor, Your Honor. Thank you.
Work with everybody. And it looks like Ms. Sellers, all those people behind you have behaved themselves during your swearing in. Glad to see that. Especially Judge Rogers, if he's still back there. Anybody have any questions or anything you want to say?
So this court is now adjourned, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
David, if you'll stay on, we might can get your data.